defensive prowess, but not even the intimidation factor on the defensive side of the ball.
Intimidating.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
Yeah.
We can't talk like that, man. We can't talk like that.
Pat Ewing wasn't
Urban
intimidating.
Platform Speaks, man.
He wasn't intimidating.
Who wasn't intimidating? Pat wasn't
Ewing.
intimidating?
Nope. Pat Ewing wasn't intimidating.
All right. I mean, as far as like being a shot block, I thought Pat was intimidating.
Man, he was
In college.
intimidating. Man, in the
Yeah,
pros
at
too.
Georgia,
In college.
You see, it comes from a place where you're a Jordan fan.
And that's
No,
not.
hold on, let me talk. It comes from a place where you're a Jordan fan. So just because Jordan wasn't intimidated, you can say nobody was.
Jordan
No, that is not
Jordan,
true.
Jordan
That is
wasn't
not true.
intimidating, boy. Jordan stepped on the court, dude's
No,
heart
you-
with
no,
their drawers.
You don't know what I'm saying.
What,
Just
what?
because Patrick didn't intimidate
Oh,
Mike,
no.
you think nobody was intimidated by
He
Patrick?
wasn't, man.
Okay.
Let's fast forward. Mike playing baseball. Scotty come down. Dunk on Patrick.
Shot
Stand
blockers
over.
get dunked on.
I'm just
that
saying.
don't
That wasn't
mean
intimidating. to
Shot
me.
blockers' job is to get dunked on.
Nah.
That's their job. Alonzo got dunked on. What's his name? The only one that didn't get dunked on was Diesel.
Alonzo had more intimidation factor to his game in the NBA
Man,
than Pat did.
Hey man, let's change this subject.
Yeah,
Brother. Let's get to
No,
something.
that's
man.
that's what's up.
Let's get to something, man, because you know too much about ball to say that, man. So we gonna go
Oh, I'm
somewhere
dead.
else,
I'm
man.
dead. I'm dead on that though. I'm dead, man. I'm serious.
We're gonna
man.
go somewhere else with that, man,
Yeah.
because that's not even.
And just because Embiid can shoot further out, don't make him be more. He's not more skilled than Elijah Wan.
He's way more skilled than Elijah Wan. He probably more skilled than a lot of centers that came before him.
I disagree.
Yeah.
That don't mean he's better.
Who's more skilled?
Embiid. That don't mean he's better though. You know what I'm saying?
I think Embiid just for me he just shoot too many
He
jumpers.
does. But you know what? That's just how the big man play nowadays, man. You know,
yeah.
where
So-
we grew up. You know what I'm saying?
So look, before we get into that though, like the title of the show is Out with the Old and with the New. And like when you look at like Steph Curry,
Mhm.
Kevin Garnett, and LeBron, and their generation, and you can see in the playoffs, man, these young cats, man, they're just moving them out.
Yeah.
They moving them out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
LeBron, them, they won last night, but
Yeah, it's still no matter.
you could tell like it's getting to the end of the road for Steph. Not just those three. Then you think about Chris Paul.
Yeah,
You
another
know,
one.
then
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard. You
Yeah.
know, he gonna be and mainly because Kawhi he's kind of still young, but his
His
health,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
his body is breaking down. But like I like this young crop of new kids that's coming through.
You ain't lying. It
Yeah.
breaks my heart though. Kawhi getting pushed out, like he getting pushed out.
Yeah,
Just his inability to stay on the court stuff. That tugs at me. 'Cause I really was a Kawhi. I'm a Kawhi fan, you know. So but
yeah. I like Kawhi's game too.
yeah.
I like his game
The
too.
NBA is definitely blessed though, man. These new stars coming, man. They are, and it's right on time.
Yeah,
It's right on
right
time.
on
I think.
time.
LeBron in his what year LeBron in?
This is 20th, man.
20th year. And we was having a conversation about KD too. Mike he's got some choice words for KD.
The thing about it is, though, man,
Right.
all these guys, Steph ain't make the playoffs.
Nope.
KD down
Yep.
0-3.
Yeah.
LeBron down
Yeah.
1-3. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like like you say, they're getting like ushered out.
Yep.
But that's how it always happens.
Yeah,
You come in changing of the guard, as you say, man. And
And we touched on that too.
Yeah.
Before the playoffs started, we looked at that Phoenix Timberwolves series, and we touched on that. We was like, you know what? I could see Timberwolves advancing because it's time for new stars to arrive.
Yeah.
And boy,
And then their last game, the first game in Phoenix, that last game, KD, D Book, and Bradley Beal all had, you know what I mean,
Yes.
20 plus.
yep.
But the rest, man, it's like that's how your roster is set up. And then just going forward, they don't have no first round picks for like 5 years. They don't have no second round picks for like 3 or 4
was in that
years.
same boat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they mortgaged their future to you know what I mean, to partly to appease LeBron, and then just to because they thought maybe they could get some championships, some rings out of him. But now, like once LeBron gone, then you know what I mean, the Lakers it's gonna probably
This
be a
very
struggle.
well could be his last year with them.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same way. You don't think
Because,
so?
whoever drafts his son, he might go there.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
said
man.
But
Philly.
that's the only one going to
Yeah.
draft him. is the Lakers.
Yeah,
Well,
right,
they said the
yeah.
guy from Philly, Maury, might
Uh-huh.
be interested
Yeah, might be
in
interested
pulling
in
him over there because he think that it's gonna pull LeBron over
Right.
there.
Well, that's
and,
it.
and
I'm
they
saying
said,
that's
And
the
they said the
problem.
Knicks
Yeah.
too. They said the Knicks might
Okay.
try to
But
do
guess
something
where
there.
LeBron don't want to leave?
Where?
LA,
Yeah.
Hollywood. He making too much money off the court. He's got a production company now. He's doing all that stuff in
Yeah.
LA. He want that market. So the guy from Philly can say whatever he want. LeBron is going to coerce the Lakers into bringing his son.
Well, let me ask y'all this:
Yeah.
if LeBron not playing basketball, like what leverage do he have, like far as like being able to break into a whole nother market? Like
Well, I
they,
think he's in already.
Yeah, he's already done. it.
Yeah, he's in already.
I
That's
think-
why I don't think where he played going to matters too much right now.
It does.
Because it might only be a year, so you know what I mean. So it don't matter where he plays on the
Yeah.
court. He's still gonna have business anywhere in the world, actually. So him playing, I don't think where he playing would affect his business ventures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah.
I just think that, man.
But
All right,
do you think that's the reason he went to LA in the first place, though?
Yes.
To be in that market.
Yes,
Yeah,
So why leave?
because it's established now.
You
know
think
what I'm
it's
saying?
established?
Yeah,
I
I do.
think-
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that his it's only established because the fact that he's playing basketball. Like I'm thinking that's his leverage. You know, Kobe tried to do the same thing. Like he broke into, you know, like producing different projects and stuff. Like once he finished playing basketball, but it wasn't a cakewalk. Like because that's a competitive market too. Like people just
Yeah.
not gonna give that to you just because you was a Laker. And Kobe had more. He built up more equity in Los Angeles
oh for sure.
than
for
than
sure.
LeBron, you know. So like I figure that once LeBron finished playing basketball,
You think that'll hurt his business ventures though once he stops?
Yeah,
playing?
yeah,
You think
because-
so?
I don't.
there's certain
don't
people do business with him just because of like he can be their pitch man on that aspect. But as far as him, you know, once you finish playing basketball, like they say, Mike was the same way. Like when he went to DC. He wanted certain things that, you know what I mean? Like the owner of the team was like, nah, we're not going to do this because, you know what I mean? You washed up now. You're not Mike who was in Chicago, you know, so.
But you
But I
talking
think
about,
going him,
go
go.
ahead. No, you go. You go.
No, but I think Mike going back and playing for the Wizards, I think to me, you never go from being an owner, part owner back to being an employee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like that move for him. You know what I'm saying? But I know what he was doing. Like, when I go back and play, I'm going to make the team more valuable
Right.
because of my play on the court or whatever.
Yeah.
But he didn't have as much stake in the team. And, you know, Abe Poland just treated him like, all right, that's your money, take it, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. Go
Right.
go.
And you talking about influence on basketball, but outside of that, we talking about LeBron after he finished
Mhm.
his impact in terms of what he's built. That's beyond, like, that ain't even about basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
So Mike still had outside of that, you know, his tennis shoes, something.
Right.
So yeah, he didn't have the same effect on the court per se. But once you get a celebrity and you got a brand,
Yeah.
Mhm. That's right.
that now that's, you know, and LeBron has established that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can be my pitch man. If you know what I mean, like you could be the pitch man all day long. But like when you start trying to tap into different markets,
I think
and-
he has.
I don't
Yeah.
think Mike, he's in
I
those
think he
markets.
has media
Yeah,
wise. Yeah.
I don't think he's just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like a
Yeah.
pitch man. I think it's
Yeah.
more, I think he's
He make that Space Jam 2 movie. That wasn't about pitching a product. That was about his celebrity
yeah,
and bringing people to the box office.
right.
You know?
Because his brand, his celebrity, bringing people to the box office. So all right, let's continue to talk about like
Mhm.
the like this new generation versus the old generation and stuff like that. So I had this discussion with you, man. You had it about Kevin Durant. It's like his ability throughout his career to not accept that leadership role.
got
All right, give me your take on it, because
Okay.
I already know what your take is, but
So okay, I'm gonna ask both of y'all this, right? Do your best player have to be your leader in basketball?
Well, I don't think so.
I mean, it's almost like put on you. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like put on you, but is your best player supposed to be your leader? And has it ever been a situation where as though I can think of one? Well, I can think of one. Have there ever been a situation where as though your best player wasn't your leader and they still won?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, who is
Yeah.
all right? Who is
I was gonna say, you know what I mean, them early Laker teams with Magic and Kareem. You know what I'm saying? You
Kareem
know,
was the leader.
no, Magic was,
Yeah.
but Kareem was the best player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
His rookie year,
Yeah,
maybe
you're right.
Magic early
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But you know what I mean? But that's the
Yeah.
only time I can think of, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm all right with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has demonstrated throughout his career that he don't hold his teammates accountable. All right. So when you look at him at Oklahoma, him and Russell Westbrook, right? Russell did a lot of things that like was selfish and that hurt the team. So if we want to win and if we want to carry our team to the next level, then somebody on that team need to be qualified and had the ability to call this dude out and say, look, man, this is not for the betterment of the team. So I mean, like stepping up in that aspect. You know what I mean? Like you ain't got to be vocal and be in people's face, but you got if you have the ability and you got the clout and you can call somebody out like that, then I think if you don't do that, you're hurting yourself and you're hurting the team.
Another example. I'm gonna address that. Another example. Golden State.
I said that yesterday.
Yeah, Golden State.
right.
Said that
Yeah,
yesterday.
right.
So
Steph the best player,
Yeah,
Draymond the
he's
leader.
Yep.
right. Well, yeah, Draymond is more vocal and everything, yeah, and but they have a culture there too. So if you don't fit into that culture at Golden State, then you're gonna get called out by the big three, by the coaching staff, by the big three, you know, at Golden State. But Kevin Durant never established that throughout his career. That's what
Is
I
that
said.
something you can acquire? Is that something
No.
either it's in you or it isn't, or is that something you could?
I
You
don't
know what I'm
know,
saying?
but to me, it don't like. All right, if it's in you, then yeah, you demonstrate it, you use it, and you benefit from it.
Right.
If you not, I never seen a player like Kevin Durant though, like a dude that was like I just want a ball.
I'm about to say he even admits that.
Yeah,
He even
That
admits I
hurt.
just want a ball. You know what I'm saying?
like all right, that's like a grown man wanting to live with his father all his life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a man now. You're do your own thing.
No,
You
Boy,
know what
I
I
see
mean?
that hard on him,
No.
bro.
I said, he ain't the only one. There's a lot
Hard
of
on
dudes on the way. There's a lot of dudes that's
But
on
that
the way.
grown man live in his father's house all his life. You know what I mean? You have a son, you teach him how to be a man, and then he don't want to. You know, if you don't want to be a man, that's cool. But you can't stay here.
Yeah, it's definitely
Well-
he's not the confrontational.
Well,
type, it seems like.
Right. And I gotta push back because Durant, he's getting that's an unfair narrative on his head, man. First and foremost, it's like when he went to Brooklyn, right?
Right.
And Kyrie got hurt and they was in the playoffs, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm not vocal leader, but Kevin Durant was a step on the 3-point line
Yeah.
away from carrying that Brooklyn team
To
to
the
the finals.
Mhm.
It's like he give it your all. To me, that's leadership in another regard, like another aspect
Not necessarily
of
vocal.
leadership. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
lead by example.
Mhm.
He leave it all out on the court. You can't ask to me, you can't ask a person to automatically be something that they not just because they are extremely good at the sport itself. That's crazy to me. Because,
Yeah.
like again, going back to Steph, ain't nothing about Steph is a vocal leader.
But,
Nothing
but
about
he don't get that pushback though.
Who's Steph?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not at all.
it's some
about
it's some
this kid.
lately because Draymond,
Yeah.
you know, been getting
Yeah.
in trouble, getting
Well, all right.
suspended. So they asked, well, why? What's the name? Don't call him on the card. Why Steph don't? You know what I mean?
It's
Pull
not
his
They don't
coat, you know
hate
what I'm
to.
saying?
I mean, that's just like with Michael Jordan and Charles Oakley in the
Mhm.
early years.
Mhm.
Like Mike ain't have to do certain things because Charles Oakley was the one who was going to step up and take that on that
But
responsibility.
No,
Mike
no, no,
did
I'm
it
talking
too.
about- I'm
But
talking
Mike
about-
did it too.
No, definitely. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about when Draymond is the one that's going off. They
Who's
saying
checking
they say,
Draymond?
right. They saying Steph
Yeah.
is not saying
He
like,
ain't
look,
checking
man,
him.
you
I think
hurting us.
Steph
You-
can check
He ain't
Draymond.
he don't check.
If he's doing it, he's doing it
He
Right,
ain't
behind
yeah,
closed
yeah, yeah.
doors. Like, you know what I
Like
mean?
Mike checked Charles Oakley, but he wasn't doing it in public. Mike
Right,
would check.
right.
He would check Charles
I
Oakley.
don't know.
So you don't think Kevin
I don't-
Durant was doing it at all, even behind closed doors?
No,
I don't
because
know.
what the dude demonstrated on the court, even Kyrie did his own thing. He ain't called Kyrie out. Some things, you know, he disagreed with Kyrie. He never called Kyrie out. Then on top of that, we already said Russell Westbrook. What's going on, Tom? What's going on, man? Welcome back. So we with that being said, I just think that he was an excellent ball player, but you never really got the best. You never really got the best out of him because he physically had all the skills and he physically was dominant in the game. But you gotta have that mental thing to go along with it too, to bring you, like, it's like when Ali fought Frazier. You know what I mean? He just brought the best out of him. If they don't fight each other, then you don't get the best of Ali.
And I was about to say that, going back to KD at Golden State, him and Draymond just should have scrapped it out. Sometimes men just got to get it out. And I think they'd have been better because of. I think they.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think they.
Win or lose, I think he would have more respect.
Exactly.
But
Oh, definitely that.
Everybody
Definitely.
think that Draymond KD situation drove KD out.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't think it did.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I
the
think.
general manager did.
How so? How so?
I think the general manager did because the general manager, and when they had that parade after the second championship,
Okay.
he didn't show KD the appreciation that he really deserved. It was always Steph Curry thing. So he took offense to that. You could see it in his when the crowd reacted, they kind of, didn't give him a warm reception. You could see it in KD's mannerisms that, he felt slighted. Yeah.
But check it out though. When you go to Golden State, no matter how bad you are, you go to Golden State, you gotta know that Steph. You gotta know that Steph steady, that Steph team. That's, you know what I'm saying. So
I get it.
yeah,
I
so
get it.
you can't be that.
Yeah, but if I'm
sensitive.
I'm the two-time Finals MVP.
Who, Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Yeah.
These cats came and begged me to join their team because LeBron just beat them.
Mhm.
The Cavaliers just beat them, and I'm lifting you up. I'm carrying you down the stretch and stuff like that.
He carrying who? The Warriors?
Dog, those two championships, they relied on KD.
Yeah.
KD took all the clutch shots.
There ain't no question about that. I mean,
He did. He took all the clutch
There
shots.
ain't no question.
He was,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
coming down dropping.
He was the best player on
He
that
was the
team.
best player on the team.
Yeah, he was the best player on that team. That's a given. But you can't be that sensitive, man. Going to Golden State, they already had won the championship before you got there. You can't go and then say, "Oh man, they don't love me as much as Steph." You can't do that because it's not gonna happen.
True.
It's not gonna happen.
But I just think that's what drove him
That's
out.
what it was.
Yeah, I don't think it's the beef with the Draymond.
So if that's the case, what about like when LeBron went to Miami though with Wayne Wade? They already had a championship before LeBron got there. And so, but LeBron wound up being like that man in Miami.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's because Dwayne Wade,
Just like Steph Curry,
Dwayne Wade,
step back.
yeah, he understood and he stepped back. And that's what Steph did. But Steph did similar to the same thing. But
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade was like their friendship, based on the narrative, it was like, I'm going to teach you how to be that thing you're transcending toward, right?
Right.
I'm gonna show you.
Mhm.
So I think Dwayne took the role as shaping and molding LeBron into that.
A winner, right?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So teaching
right.
him, because the leadership was in him. I'm just going to mold you.
That's
I'm
right.
going to
Get you
mentor
over the
it.
hump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get you over.
I think though, like this last generation though, the next generation coming up, I'm hoping that this generation that's coming in, like their franchise players, I just hope that they stay
With that,
with their team.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
you get a better product when you get a better brand of basketball when the franchise ball players, when they stay stay
But you
put.
also gotta make sure upper management hears that same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they can trade a dude just as
Yeah, that's
easy as
true.
dude leaving free agency. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
They
That has always been the case. They've been able to, but I mean, like usually the upper management don't mess with their franchise ball players until they get up in age. Like Allen Iverson, you take about Charles Barkley. Like once they get up in age, then they'll
But Barkley won his first MVP in Phoenix.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't say he was up in age. I think
He was.
Barkley probably was still in his prime when they
When
traded.
he went to Phoenix,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's
he
when he won
was.
his MVP. When they went to the
Yeah.
finals, that's the year he won the MVP.
Yeah.
AI, I can conceive with that.
Mhm.
But I think they separate with their franchise player when they think the franchise player is asking for too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we're like, man, we don't want to pay you that. Yeah, you nice and you one of the best, but we don't think you worth that. And I think that's
Yeah.
where stuff, the business part of it,
Mhm.
and it goes sour. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
goes sour.
I think the NBA as a whole, the collective, I think they influence a lot of movement too. Sometimes it's good to get players in certain markets for television and stuff like that. So because I
Yeah.
remember they blocked the Chris Paul thing to LA Lakers. They didn't
Yeah.
allow it to happen.
David
you know?
Stern did that.
Yeah, he blocked it. So
Yeah.
sometimes, it'd be for the bigger picture too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right.
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But all right. So speaking of like these new cats,
That
coming
face
in,
already.
What? yeah,
Right. Are you good?
these new cats coming in. Like, all right. So the first game yesterday, I think it was the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Y'all got to check that game out.
Some of us saw
Yeah,
some of it.
and Boston did when they beat by 20, but I still think that Boston shoot too many jumpers. Like they was on yesterday.
That's the thing.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what
man,
it
that's
is.
the
Like,
thing.
you
When they
on.
on, they
Mhm.
dangerous, man. But
Yeah.
when they not falling, it's like, oh, throw this game out. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like they
yeah.
don't make no adjustments, man. And
Mhm.
I was talking to my son, and we was talking about their coach, and that's why I wanted Houston to get in. That's another story, but I wanted Houston to get in on the West Side, right?
Mhm.
Because Udoka. But anyway, going back to Boston, I don't think their coach is that good of a coach
You don't think so?
in Boston. Nah, I don't
Yeah.
think he's that good of a coach. It's almost like they don't really play no D.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's just like bombs away all the time. And like say, if they ain't falling, oh well, you know what I mean? Oh well, we get them next time type thing,
Let
man.
me
So,
ask y'all something. What is going on with Al Horford on that team?
Al Horford. I
Horford.
think he just I think he an older ball player. He just aging
he
out.
ain't getting a lot of.
He ain't getting no burn.
Yeah, he old though.
Because that was one of the
He definitely
reasons
got miles
why.
on. He definitely got miles on.
Yeah,
That's
Al
one of the
Horford.
reasons why I thought they was going to be so formidable. I thought he'd be still in the starting lineup along with Porzingis and them other guys.
So-
But he ain't even starting no more. I don't think.
I don't think he start either though. But
Maybe he can't keep up with Bam because Bam real active, man.
yeah.
Yeah, he real active.
Bam,
on both
Bam was
ends,
giving
yeah.
he was giving Porzingis the business though.
Yeah, he
You know what I
would,
mean?
though.
He banging
Yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
he would, though.
Porzingis, he not a banger.
Exactly.
Right,
You know what I
that's
mean?
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gonna give him the
yeah.
lead.
Right.
And he'll go around. Bam Adebayo will go around Al Horford.
Al Horford.
Right.
You know what
All
I mean?
day. All day.
So
Then go up over
Yeah.
him too.
so
Yeah.
he's more athletic. I mean,
Right.
it's just that like you could get like a certain amount of minutes out of Al Horford.
Right.
So I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how they got to use him sparingly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But they not even doing that though, huh? They
Man.
ain't even using them like he ain't getting like
Yeah, I mean his minutes, yeah, they are real
he ain't got
minimal.
no gas in
man.
that tank. Ain't no,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of gas in that tank. I don't think.
Mm.
All right.
let me go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying you might be getting to this if I'm jumping the gun a little bit. The face of the NBA,
Mhm.
right? I believe that they wanted to be an American player. They don't want the face to be a Luka or a Joker. I think they wanted to be an American player, right?
Mhm.
And out of those American players, the young American players, who do you think that is right
You
now?
already know.
Edwards.
Yeah, you already
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah.
I think they had to give it to him because he took it.
ain't no question.
Because they wanted to give it to Zion, I think. I
Oh,
wanted
coming
to-
into the league with a
Yeah,
lot of
I
hype
wanted.
around
Yeah,
him.
I
Yeah,
want. I
he
think
had
they
that
wanted to
LeBron
give it to
James hype
Zion.
coming
Yeah,
into
he
the
did.
league.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to give it Zion.
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards took it.
You're right.
Yeah, he did.
Right,
take it. He
right,
did
right.
take it.
He ain't
He
asked
took-
for it. He
Yeah,
said,
right.
"Went up to the table."
Right.
He just went up to the table.
But remember, we
Right
was
off.
talking earlier about that markability and stuff.
Mhm.
If you watch that kid, he has that it factor.
That charisma.
He got
Yeah,
it.
you're
He
right.
got that
He
thing,
does.
man.
He does. He
Talking, he's
Yeah.
charismatic. He
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
smiling on the court.
Right.
But let
I
me-
thought John Morant was going to wind up
I
until
just
he
too.
got
John
in
Morant too
See,
small though.
me
He's
too.
too
Nah,
small.
man.
I don't think that had to do with it,
AI
like-
was small.
I don't think.
No.
But AI, I don't think was AI for the face.
No.
He was a face for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But was that something like
Only
that?
reason he wasn't because Kobe was in the league, Shaq, Kobe, that stuff, Tracy
Yeah.
McGrady, you had other stars, but AI,
Yeah,
Come on,
that
man.
was my
Come on, bro.
I
He
just
was-
don't think. I don't think Stern like
And-
right.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah,
He
I don't think
always,
Stern like that.
always
Yeah.
finding them for his clothes and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Outlawed the crossover. You know what I mean? This stuff like,
But
that,
you said you don't think they wanted to form. I think certain time they wanted to form player to expand, but then now they're
Yeah,
trying to
right.
come back.
Nah, I agree with that.
Yeah, come
I
back
agree
to
with
the
that.
American
Because
thing.
like what the American ball players represent is like that athleticism, that entertainment factor.
Mhm.
Like so, when you look at like the Joker, a bad dude, Luka, a bad dude,
Mhm.
but they don't have that wow about their game like Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant.
Right.
You know what
They
I mean?
don't have that
So,
wow factor.
Yeah, that
But what
wow
about
factor.
Wemby though?
Yeah, see.
I like big men though. Like
But
when
no,
we,
but this
we talked about when we talked about
No.
like when you compare like Asia Wilson to Caitlin Clark, like the big girl Asia is nice, but occasion Caitlin is more marketable,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with Wemby. When you talk about when you put Wemby game up against Edwards game, I think Edwards is going to be more marketable than Wemby.
And
yeah.
they gotta win.
Yeah,
Down in
yeah,
San Antonio.
yeah,
I think
gotta
if they had been in the playoffs,
win.
it might be up for grabs right now.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? It might be up for grabs, but by San Antonio won't have a good season. Even
Yeah.
though he had a great rookie year. By them not winning.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, be on the lookout for that.
No,
He a
no,
foreign
for sure.
player. He
For
a
sure.
foreign player.
For sure. He
Yeah.
can play though. He can play
And he
for
got
real.
some flair to his
Mhm.
game.
Mhm. He does. He does.
Yeah, I mean, I seen him handle the ball. But the other
Right.
dude, what's the guy at OKC? Holmgren.
Oh yeah, he can play
He
too.
got moves too.
Yeah, he can
got
play
homes
too.
too.
Yeah,
So,
he can
yeah, so let's talk about that game between OKC and the New Orleans Pelicans, right? Yeah, my fault. Go ahead. Matter of fact, I can't even. All right, yeah, go ahead and read the comments.
Tom said Urban and OG don't disappoint me with the same sports media talk about Boston. Everything has their team that got their number like Denver to the Lakers.
Wait a minute.
What do you
said, who's
mean
the
by
OG?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Yeah.
I'm not sure. What
Say
he
it
mean.
again.
Who are OG?
No, he said Urban and OG. Like I guess he's talking to y'all. Don't disappoint me with the same sports media talk about Boston. Everything has their team that got their number like Denver to the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So saying like Miami just got Boston number, that's what he's trying to say.
Miami
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but all right, so that can be true. Miami might have Denver, Boston's number, right? But the reason why they got that is because we said that Boston is a finesse team, and Miami, even without Butler,
they
is
scrap.
aggressive
Yeah.
and they scrap
They
and they
scrap.
play hard.
And they
the
play
ball.
deep.
And
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
afraid that if Butler was 100% healthy and he was there, they
They
could
beat him
not.
again.
They could knock Boston.
They beat him
Yeah,
again.
so, yeah, they got their number just because they play that style that don't match up good with Boston.
And they got I'm sorry,
Nah,
you know, they
good.
got a coaching advantage.
Yeah.
You think Miami got a coaching advantage?
Yes, sir. By
Miami-
miles. By miles, man.
Miami-
Spolstra, man.
Miami-
Everybody hypes for
Organization.
Yeah.
They got an organization.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you go from Pat Riley to Eric Spoelstra, then the product that you see on the court.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So all that from all the way down. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami.
You see that's a product of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Miami got that advantage. And he right, they got their number. And if the boy wasn't, if Butler wasn't
Jimmy
hurt,
Butler wasn't hurt.
that'd be
yeah,
a scary
it'd be different.
proposition.
Mhm.
Because like Porzingis is already getting beat up and pushed around by Bam. And then if Butler there, he gonna beat up and push everybody else around. And those dudes just follow suit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They follow suit. So yeah, they'll be in
And as
trouble.
talented as Boston is, they lacking heart a little bit to me.
Because they play finesse.
They play
You
finesse.
can't turn heart on and off. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
Not like no false.
Not like that.
He
Yeah.
also said, "What about the great Philadelphia 76ers about to get swept?"
Absolutely.
Charles Barkley said.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Clay. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
Philly overrated. What is everything he said? Say everything again. What he said?
Ben said sports media and Charles Barkley said. That's what Charles Barkley said.
That
That
they
Philly
the
was
great
great.
Philly. Yeah,
the
yeah.
great Philly gonna get
Yeah.
swept. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
so-
Philly. Yeah. I mean, because it's true. I mean, it's facts. Like Philly
Yeah.
just so overrated. And I told you I went to see Embiid play. Now, as much as I say he's better than Pat Ewing, Embiid is he's so overrated though to me as a player.
That's
like,
a 2-1 series though, right?
what?
I don't
Yeah,
know
Philly.
what the series
Because
is
when
right
B
now.
had
Yeah.
50, they won.
But I'm gonna say that though. That's one thing. Yeah, he did drop 50 the other night.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he was playing dirty the other night, y'all saw
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he grabbed
Yeah,
him, pulled him
grabbed
down.
the dude,
Yeah.
He remind me of the dude
Yeah.
that played for Duke that used to trip people all the
Yeah.
time. What was
He
his
the
name?
one, Grayson Allen. He the
Grayson
one
Allen.
that got that new contract and ain't even doing nothing in Phoenix after he signed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but New York's still up 2-1, right? In that
Yes,
series,
they
right?
still up
Yeah,
2-1.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good matchup for New York. Not to get off of the OKC thing. But, how y'all feel about OKC though? I like them. They was number one. They was number one coming out of the West.
Mhm.
I like them, but do y'all think they got enough to go all the way though? OKC
I can't figure
come
them
out
out.
that West.
I can't figure out why they so good. I cannot figure it out.
If you watch them,
Yeah.
if you watch them play though, man, they ran away from OKC. I mean, from
the
New
Pelicans.
Orleans. Yeah, they ran
Fast
away.
break.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. It's their
They up and
They-
down.
pace.
They up and down, man. Even
Yeah.
on makes, they
Yeah.
pushing the
They
ball up to
play
the
the
front
same
court.
pace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they up and down, and they play D. They get timely stops, and they make timely baskets.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, they get timely stops.
Sneaky team.
But right
Yeah.
now, like I'm a reserve judgment because they playing the Pelicans.
Without
Pelicans,
Zion.
and he's without
Yeah,
Zion.
you gotta
So I'm
factor
a
that in.
reserve, and,
Yeah,
I,
you
and
gotta
I,
factor
I
that
was shocked. I didn't realize their point guard was 6'6". I didn't realize that cat was 6'6".
That's what I like about.
So that's nice.
Shea
That- yeah,
Alexander.
Shea
Mike,
Alexander,
that's all
yeah.
Mike, like big guards. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah. I
didn't
ain't
realize.
I can't
Big
figure that
guard,
team.
big
And
guard.
plus, I gotta sit and watch that team. I
Yeah,
can't
I
figure.
like
But at the end of the
Why
game,
they
you
so
look up, he
good?
got 30, 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 8, 9 dimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just-
I mean, like his development though, he coming along though. Shea
Yeah.
Alexander.
yeah, had a schedule problem
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, if you ask a lot of people, had a
Yeah.
schedule.
Now,
The Pelicans.
what about did y'all see the Denver Nuggets and the
I
Lakers
see
last
that.
night?
Of course.
Yeah, we did a show about that last night.
course.
right?
Yeah.
So I think to me the big difference is why the Lakers won last night. I think it was Anthony Davis and his rebounding. You know what I mean? He gave them a lot of second chance shots, and I thought that was it. But and then also I think that like the other guys, it seemed like they wasn't afraid to play their game. I don't know if it was because they was in their own arena. D'Angelo, he played this game. He scored like 21 points.
It was
yeah.
over 20.
Yeah, Reeves. I think
Over
Reeves
20.
had over 20
Mhm.
points. So at home, I think they felt more comfortable.
Mhm.
And then
That home cooking always
Yeah.
a little better. Yeah.
Mhm.
oh man, and you know what? They shoot 3 times more free throws than everybody else.
In this series,
Was
Oh,
that
they
the-
played
was
the
that
whole
the case
season
last
and the
night, though?
series. Yeah, Los Angeles shoot. I think they had 18 free throw attempts, and the other and Denver had 6.
Mm.
So they shoot, or they might have had it might have been 19 to 6.
Mhm.
So
I'm saying won last night because Denver took the night off.
I was gonna say Denver couldn't throw it in the hole last night. They had
Yeah.
a horrible night shooting.
they said they had a.
And
they
they-
said they had a bad warm up though. They said something about a lot of players' shoes that arrived. By the time they had warm ups, they was out there.
They were out of sync
Yeah, they said they
offensively.
shoes. They showed Michael Porter Jr. He was out there with slides on. Then they showed
Yeah,
another guy.
they was warming up.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
was another
mentioned
guy.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was another
somebody
guy.
did.
yeah.
They was in
They said their
slides.
shoes
Yup,
wasn't
warming up.
there.
That's true.
Fast enough, yeah.
But still,
Those two guys that show up to the court in jeans and Nike boots and hoop.
yeah.
but yeah, they was out of sync all night
Mm-hmm.
offensively. Denver
Yeah.
was. But like you said, D'Angelo Russell and Reeves and all them guys, they definitely they came to play and they was dropping them buckets. But Anthony Davis, right? To me, like, I don't know, I'm a conspiracy guy, but I just felt like once they got that big lead, right? And Davis was the focal point. It's almost like LeBron stopped feeding them
Yeah, I don't know
to
why.
try
they
to,
didn't
you know what I
feed him.
mean, to really bring it home down the stretch. Because I think the game 3, when he had his Michael Jordan moment, so to speak, a man fell down, clutch shot, he didn't come through. So now he's got some flash plays down the stretch. You get the steal, and the dunk, and stuff like that. When the lead he got a comfortable lead.
Yeah.
It's almost like I just think intentionally, like going away from Anthony Davis a little bit. But
Could
Anthony
be.
Davis was definitely the reason they led the whole game wide.
All right.
Mhm.
And with that being said, like we said last night, the Lakers built their lead when LeBron was on the bench, right?
Mhm.
And so when LeBron everybody was feeding the ball and moving.
Mhm.
Anthony Davis was getting, you know what I mean, getting his touches.
Mhm.
So just like when the Lakers when Anthony Davis and LeBron didn't play, when they beat the Bucks and they beat the Celtics.
Mhm.
I'm thinking that LeBron is not, for him to be a point guard and be a leader like that. Like, he is not really good for team chemistry.
I don't think LeBron
Mm.
over his career. I think LeBron hurt team chemistry.
You think he do?
Yeah.
I think he hurts it.
Yeah.
He's so ball dominant.
Mhm.
He turned guys into spot up shooters.
Mhm.
You know, and if that's not what your game is, you're not going to be able to help the team like you normally would be able to if you're able to play your game, like you
Right.
just said, right? You play your game. So, as great as LeBron is, I think he does hurt team scrimmage. And people say, "Oh man, he averaged 8 assists or he averaged 9 assists." I say, but look how those assists come.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not really like a flow type to it. It's almost like he out there and he pounded and he pounded, and then, you know what I mean, 5 seconds left. My uncle always say he hates LeBron. You know what I mean? 5 seconds left, he throws it to the corner and you shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I said, like, LeBron
Right.
is not. He not a Chris Paul or Jason Kidd.
No,
type
not at
of
all.
point
Not
guard.
at
Like, where
all,
he going
man.
to he gonna find you, like, those
Uh-huh.
point guards to find you in your rhythm,
right,
in your
in
space,
your space, right.
where you can be most effective.
Yep.
But he gonna bounce the ball
Uh-huh.
for, like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
a good portion of that clock.
Exactly.
Like, all right, go ahead, make something happen.
Right.
So players
Right.
struggle to develop when they're playing alongside him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Or their production go
Yeah,
down.
when they go down.
Go
Or
down.
their
That's even
production
worse.
go down. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
even worse. Yeah. So, go ahead. What time say?
When the LA Lakers lost this series with Denver was game 2, LeBron James.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's saying they lost it in game 2.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a
That was
shot. Murray hit.
demoralizing too.
Yeah.
He
Murray
missed the open look, and then Murray come down that step back fade.
Mhm.
And
Over AD too.
yeah, but you
over
know,
AD too.
AD got caught up in the
AD
switch.
Yeah, but he was on it though.
He
It
was
wasn't
on
like,
it.
yeah,
He
it
was
wasn't
on
like,
it.
yeah,
He was on
yeah,
it.
he still
Yeah, but he
contested.
just
Yeah,
stayed
it
back.
was a
Yeah.
tough shot, man.
Even though he got caught up in that switch, you're right. He was.
Yeah, he was on it. He made him hit a tough shot, and he did. You know what I'm saying?
How is your organization called Clutch? Called Clutch, and then you miss a shot like that? You call your organization Clutch Management, and you get a chance to, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what we all about.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
That's a commercial right there.
Mhm.
That's a commercial. You know what I mean? You can make a commercial just off of that
Right.
shot right there.
Mhm.
Right.
And then, and he missed that shot. That was game 2, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
That was game 2.
Yeah, so he missed that shot.
Yeah.
But all right.
And you know, last night though, I just want to touch on this. I don't know. That's the worst game I ever seen the Joker play since I've been
Yeah.
watching.
Really?
Yeah.
His passes was lackadaisical. He was turning the ball over.
Mhm.
I've never seen him play that bad.
Yeah.
You know, so
It seemed like none of them could get no.
Yeah, they
the
couldn't get
Joker
no
couldn't
rhythm.
get a rhythm.
Yeah.
Murray couldn't get into any rhythm.
Mhm.
Gordon didn't really,
yeah,
didn't
he
really
was
get-
a non-factor.
Yeah.
You're talking about the game before he was killing,
Mhm.
non-factor. But we gotta give Porter Jr. a lot of love.
Porter Jr. Yeah.
That guy, he showed me so much last night, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he
like-
he jump shoots from 3.
No,
That's
it-
serious.
Yeah, he get elevation.
I'm glad he, what's his name, man? Overcome that back injury he had when he
Yeah.
first got drafted. You all remember on
Yeah.
draft night 3 years ago?
Man.
He could barely walk.
Right. I
Yeah,
was
you
telling-
remember that?
I told
Yeah.
Clayton about that when
he
he was
could
at
barely
Missouri.
walk,
When
but
he was at Missouri,
Yup.
his year at Missouri, he ain't played but like a couple games at
Yeah,
Missouri.
he had an injury.
Well, and then on top of that, Porter ain't have a good week. Like 2 of his brothers got locked up.
I know. One of them got banned though.
Yeah,
One of them got banned. Yeah, one of them
for
got
the
banned.
league,
Jack-
and the other one
Yeah.
got
That
locked
cat,
up.
though, I love his game
Yeah.
man, last night. Yeah.
Yeah, so man.
And as bad as they played, though, they
He bet-
always was in
He
striking
bet on
distance, so.
himself to be horrible to you.
Yeah.
He did.
Like, yeah.
He bet on himself to have a bad game. You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit!
Yeah.
That's
So
oh shit!
Yeah, that was crazy.
He bet on himself to be horrible, man. He bet on himself, I'm gonna score 20, 25. He felt like I ain't gonna score 5 points, man.
Wow. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why you not gonna investigate that? What kind of bet is that?
What deflation them through somebody though.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, but that is that's
but they hit
yeah.
like crazy. Like, hold up,
Right,
who placed a bet on him? You know what I mean? They like, man, something up with this, man. Cause it like cashed in like crazy, man. It was funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something going on.
Like, wait a minute, who is this? That's so funny.
I bet you don't get 6
Yeah.
points.
I bet y'all be bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah, wait a minute.
right.
Oh my
And
God.
it like cashed in like crazy. Hold
He
up,
was
man.
winning. He was
You're
winning.
right. Hold up,
He
man.
was
You know what I'm
winning.
saying? Who put that much money on him? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a brother in the league
Yeah.
until he got caught.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
I ain't even.
All right, let me before we leave the Lakers, and let me ask y'all, what do the Lakers need to do then? Do y'all think if for them to survive this and get past them? What can they do?
To survive and get past them.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the role players, they can't go missing again.
Right.
That's first and foremost.
Right.
And I think they're gonna continue to rebound like they did last night, like AD rebounding. They got to keep putting up that same defensive effort. Now,
That's true too.
Yeah.
whether it was Denver missing shots or the Lakers making them uncomfortable,
Combination, yeah.
whatever they
combination
was
is true,
doing,
yeah.
they just got to keep doing what
And you
they
got
was
to
doing.
start with,
And
with
don't
AD. You
and
got to
don't
start
go
with him.
yeah,
He gotta
don't go
be,
away
yeah.
from AD.
You're right.
Do
Right,
not
right.
go away
Right.
from AD.
Even if he having a tough stretch,
don't
you
go
still
away
got to
from him.
keep coming
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? You still got
But
to
the
keep
Joker
coming to him.
can't play.
He can't.
No.
To be honest,
No.
He cannot.
he can't really.
He cannot.
He do a little
Yeah.
better job on the Joker than the Joker do on him. But
Right.
either one of them, they're gonna cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But AD's got that athleticism
Yeah, exactly.
that he
That
can
ball is
really
Joker. Yeah,
can bother
yeah,
him. So
yeah, that
you
ball is-
got to keep feeding AD.
And man, even Aaron Gordon,
Yeah.
you know, he more physical.
Mhm.
AD, you gotta big boy him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't let him push you off your spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Settle for jump
And
shots. You still gotta, you know what I'm saying? You got a big boy.
I like what Darvin Ham did too. He rested LeBron early. He rested him early. I think toward the end of the first or early second, stuff like that. I definitely think the Lakers need to really rely on the others. Let them
They got to get
throw
in
the
their rhythm.
game. Let them play, throw in the
And they
game.
got younger
keep
legs, man.
LeBron's
Let 'em get
legs
out. Right,
strong.
right. Let him get
Yeah.
out there and run
Yeah.
up and
Yeah.
down and play D and be
Yeah.
active. And then, like you say, down the stretch, then you put LeBron in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
with LeBron with AD, they need somebody else to get on them boards besides him. He dominated on them boards.
He out rebounds everybody.
I seen-
last
I said,
night.
well, how many ended up?
Boards.
25?
He was in the 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah, he out rebounded everybody last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and sometimes
Yeah.
that's how you
Yeah.
that's how you create offense too, with putbacks, offensive rebounds and stuff.
Mhm.
Tom said, I believe you have to beat Denver to call yourself a champion. And I don't see anybody but Minnesota doing.
Minnesota got a shot.
Yeah.
Minnesota got a shot.
Minnesota, the secret is cat.
Who said that time?
Yeah.
I think the secret to Minnesota is Rudy Gobert, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because like he played the defense he played, like you're not gonna be able to get to that rim without him affecting your shot. Rudy Gobert, like Carl Anthony Towns to me is not physical enough. He shoots too many jumpers for me. So like those long jumpers from your big man, number one, you ain't gonna be able to get rebounds like that if you don't have Rudy Gobert down there. And number two, it disrupts the rhythm of your team when you got your big man out there shooting jumpers like that.
Well, I think he's saying he the key, not per his presence down low. It's just because what he could, like to me, Rudy Gobert is gonna have his hands full with the Joker, right? The Joker could foul him out with his skills and his footwork and how he play around that basket. I just think Cat is the X factor because of the points he can bring and he can stretch them. You know, he can open the
That's
floor
definitely
up,
what he can do.
spacing and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Spacing,
Now,
right, right.
now Anthony Evans
Got a
can
lane,
drive the lane. They
right?
can drive
Got
the
a
lane
lane
and stuff.
now, right?
You know, but I
If
think
he not
yeah.
shooting it from out there, you know what I mean? That lane collapsed, and
Yeah.
then Andy Evans ain't got really room to operate.
I think Minnesota can have the edge if they push the pace, if they run.
Against the Joker and them.
Yeah, run more.
Yeah,
Run more.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Minnesota, there is more athletic, right? Because
But
the most athletic player they got on with the Joker and them is a Gordon.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
he
Gordon,
And Porter Jr. athletic.
you think Porter is?
Yes, he
No,
is.
he's not as
Yes, he
athletic
is.
as
Not as
Gordon.
Gordon, but
No,
yes,
no,
he
no, but
is.
he's athletic, yo.
Yes, he is.
Not as athletic as Gordon. But see, that now defensively, if they match up, right?
Mhm.
Do you think Denver got more bodies to throw it?
Denver don't go deep. Denver, like, that's why they looked like they was running out. We talked about that last night. Denver looked like they was running out of steam.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So once you get past their starting five, they might have one more person that they can put in there. They might go 6 deep. But I think that Minnesota is a little bit more deeper than Denver. So just imagine, like, so if Denver was to go like through like a 6-game or 7-game series, and then they got to face Minnesota, you know what I mean? I think that's going to have an effect. Yeah, they don't. Denver's not deep at all. Not to me. But, yeah. So yeah, but as, like with the Lakers, I think they're gonna need somebody to help Anthony Davis with them boards. Let him, you know what I mean, and give Denver a big dose of him at the offensive end.
Yeah, you got it. You got to feed him.
I thought that guy Prince played well last night too for the Lakers.
Yeah.
He contributed some nice timely baskets and stuff like that. I think he had a few good rebounds too.
And you got to make sure, going back to Anthony Davis, you got to make sure he fresh down the stretch too. Because what was that, game 3 or game 2? Game 3, where he ain't scored late, like, you know what I mean, or game 2.
That wasn't fatigue though.
Yeah, that wasn't fatigue.
No, that wasn't fatigue.
Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah,
they went away from him.
But see, they say the matchup when they put Aaron Gordon on, they say he kind of like neutralized. You know what I mean? Being physical with him, bumping him and stuff like that.
He got that length.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Because Gordon still, 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah.
You know, but Anthony Davis still should be able to, you know what I mean, get the shot he won against him. To only attempt one shot. You know what I mean? Like you said, even if they went away from him, you touched it. As soon as I touch it, I'm shooting. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't see it. So
what he say?
Tom said the secret is Cat because he can go for 34 to 40 at any time.
I'm saying the point.
Watch if they meet. He also said OKC is not tough enough.
Yeah, you kind of can question that. If you look at OKC players, like most of their players are like small frame dudes. So it look like if you play like a physical style of basketball against them, you might be able to disrupt them.
And going back to Karl Anthony Towns, yeah, he can erupt for 30, 40, 50, whatever. But just give me a consistent 20, 22. You know what I mean? Just give me that night in, night out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm good with that. Just stay consistent with that.
And sometimes for him to be in the league for like 63, 64 years, like some of the mistakes he make, man, I'm like, yo, they rookie mistakes.
He's not a smart ball player. I don't think he's a smart ball player.
That's a rookie mistake. He's been 63, 64 years, man. You can't be.
And see, that's what I think it might be Minnesota's downfall. It's not about them not being tough enough. I just think, they make mistakes that they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Turnovers, ill-advised shot early in the shot clock, lapses on defense. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll get them. You know what I'm saying? More so, you know what I mean, toughness factor or them not being,
Not this game that they just played against New Orleans, but Karl Anthony Towns got 2 fouls like in the first half. He got 2 fouls. So the coach wanted to take Karl Anthony Towns out the game. You know what I mean? Like in the first quarter, if you get 2 fouls, the coach
mistake.
So he waved them off. As soon as he waved them off, the coach was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna let him. And then he gets the third foul.
Yep.
I'm like, come on, man.
Yep.
On a play where the dude had already had
beat
a
him.
pass.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna run and jump on his back. like, man, what are you thinking about? So,
right.
Yeah, man. Some of the mistakes he made. All right, so let's quickly just go ahead and talk about like some of them games that's gonna come on today, like New York and Philadelphia. Like what y'all think is gonna happen?
Philly better win.
Yeah,
they better win. If they go down 3-1, going back to New York, I think that's probably a wrap.
Yeah,
I think that's probably a wrap.
I think
Milwaukee, they say Dame in a walking boot.
He is.
They say he in the walking boot. They say he got a strained Achilles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they say he in the walking. And Giannis not back yet.
No, Giannis not back.
Yeah. So what's in Milwaukee though? What Indiana up 2-1?
Indiana,
they up 2-1, I believe.
All right. So let's go to like the Minnesota and Phoenix, that series right there. What y'all think about that series?
With Minnesota and Phoenix?
I think
I
Phoenix
think
will
it's
get a
over.
game. I think Phoenix. I don't think they're gonna sweep. I think Phoenix will get a game.
Yeah, I think that's over. Though.
Yeah, I think the series pretty much a wrap, but I think I don't think they're gonna.
You had your big three throw it in last time with Phoenix. Bill had a good game, Booker had a good game, Durant, and they still couldn't beat.
Yeah.
They used to Bill
Yeah,
say he don't.
this series over.
Bill say he don't get swept. You know what I mean? He
Okay.
don't get swept. I
He ain't
don't,
never been.
I don't even. I can't recall his resume.
I said
I
the
don't know
same
what
thing.
he talking
It's not
about.
like he got reservations for the playoffs every year.
Right.
Yo. I'm like, Brandon Bill been in the playoffs before. Yeah.
I say Philly is a curse.
Philly is a curse.
Yeah,
A curse. They
Since
have their own curse.
Embiid been there
they curse.
for sure.
That's what's gonna happen.
Since
Though.
Embiid been there, what you think?
Philly gonna tie the series up today.
You think so?
They got a chance, too. They got a
I
chance.
think they're gonna tie the series up today.
Yeah, they got a chance, too, for sure.
Yep. They got some momentum. They got a little bit of confidence. They're home. B coming off a big game.
Mhm.
And I think they may have found something too
And what?
in their matchups, like in defensive wise. Because I think Brunson, he scored like 39, but his shooting was
There it
horrible.
is, man. There it is.
It
And
was
I don't know the
horrible.
hype with this guy, man.
Yeah, it was
This
horrible.
guy shoots entirely
Yeah.
too much, man. And,
But
and
then
they
he-
say if Randall was there, they say he's their only offense, right? So they saying if Randall was there, Randall would get some of them shots. And
Yeah.
I agree. with
Yes,
that. I
if
agree
Julius
with
Randle
that.
in the lineup, it
he
changes
yeah,
the
yeah,
complexion.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I agree.
He had a good shoot night when he hit 39 because I think he went like 13 for 20 something.
Mhm.
But most of the series, he been shooting 8
That's
for 28
26,
and all
yeah,
that.
man. That's
So,
right, man.
I attribute that
Yeah,
to
he
defense, though.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think Philly, yeah,
Yeah.
Philly
But still,
got some.
26 shot attempts. I mean, man, get
Yeah.
the ball up, man.
But that's just like, so you looking at this, the New York team, that's just like, and I told Clayton, that's just like when Allen Iverson, when he was playing with the Sixers. You know, you had one score and then you had 4 defensive ball players. You know what I mean? And then so the further along you go into the playoffs, the harder it is to score because they got guys with length who can match up against you. Even Allen Iverson, a dynamic scorer like that, he's gonna get his points, but all you got to do is make him inefficient.
It used to be harder
What you mean?
the further you go. If you look at the playoff now, I've never seen so many cats driving the lane and free lanes to the basket like I'm seeing now. I don't even know if that, you know
That
what I'm
part
saying,
has
the
changed.
space and it's
Yeah,
wide
yeah,
open.
that part
So I don't know about that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I
Like,
mean, like, all right, so like Kevin Durant, like last year or the year before, when Boston knocked Kevin Durant out of there, they got physical with him, and you know, they got physical with him. You know, so I think the defense do get tougher, even if those opportunities to go down the lane, you have more of those opportunities, but at least they play more physical. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
Because
waiting to
if
see
not,
that.
then what'll happen is like a team like Boston that's finesse, then they don't have to worry about nothing like that. They don't have to worry about being on because defense not gonna get tougher.
Well, if their mentality is, if I'm not on, I'll drive the lane. They still stand out there shooting. Yeah, they stay out
ain't
there
taking
shooting.
advantage.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. They still
Lost
stand out
three.
there shooting. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Brunson ain't as fast as AI either.
No.
and he
You know
ain't,
what I
he
mean?
ain't got a bag like
He ain't got that bag like
yeah,
AI.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about do y'all think though that Anthony Edwards is too disrespectful to Kevin Durant?
I
You
do.
call that
I
disrespect?
do.
I don't think that's
I just,
disrespect. man.
because I just came up. We come up in an era where we all play where you don't talk it. You just do it. You know what I mean? Let your game do all the talk.
Yeah.
But now it's the era now, the new player now. I make a layup. I gotta yell in your face and you know what I mean, have a cookout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything now has got to be celebrated. Every little thing got to be
Yeah,
celebrated.
yeah.
So I don't really dig it too much, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he is more disrespectful.
I think he
Yeah.
paying him
What'd
the
you say, Mike?
ultimate.
Do it make it competitive? Like, do it make it like more competitive? So now, since you yelled in my face, now I got
Well,
what's
but
happening.
see-
So is it fun to watch?
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Durant, you yelling his face. Kevin Durant, though, he's not a combative guy. So
right. And I don't. Well, I'm just looking at it as though I didn't need that to make me want to go at you harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go at you anyway. So I don't
And
really.
but see, all right, and this another thing. Like people feared Mike and Kobe. So if you challenge them outright like that, that's
It's
gonna
different.
backfire
Oh, yeah,
on
right.
you.
Hell
But
yeah.
they retaliating with their game, right?
Right,
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna
Yeah.
drop 50 on you.
Right.
That made
Humbly.
so if you when you bought something like that out of those older dudes back in the day, then that backfired on you. But now if you do that against
Not so much.
But not all the players back in the day. But
Yeah.
you made a point with
Like-
Kobe and Mike. That
Right.
fueled them.
so
once you
who
get the
could you do
scout
that
report-
back in the day and it wouldn't backfire on you?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know nobody that you can
Huh?
talk trash to outwardly like that, and you wouldn't.
But
feel the
all
effects
those
to it.
guys was talking trash.
Yeah, but different. See, that's what I'm saying.
We don't know what Anthony was saying to KD.
But-
Look
I
how
mean, but-
demonstrative he is. That's what I'm talking about. Look how
Yeah.
demonstrative.
He got a smile on
because-
his face
because they
when he's
said-
doing it.
What's the name? Talk trash all the time.
Ooh,
Larry Bird.
Right.
yes.
But if you're watching it, you
Yes.
couldn't. And the only one that really heard him was the person he's talking to.
Right.
Yes,
You know what I'm
they
saying? Yeah.
always on out
Right,
there talking.
right.
To me, Edwards got a grin on his face.
It don't matter.
And to me,
Yeah, I don't care if he's smiling about
yeah,
it.
it ain't demonstrous. Like I'm saying, that characterization of it is not demonstrous to me. And I think he's paying KD the ultimate respect and honor
Yeah,
by coming at him.
yeah.
Well, that's natural. You're supposed to go at
Yeah,
your
you're supposed to
competitor.
go back at your
Like that.
hero. Yeah.
But
What
then-
did Kobe do to Mike when he got Mike? When he finally got Mike, he was talking to Mike too. I'm coming for your ass. I want that's the ultimate respect and honor. I don't think it's disrespect.
He's gonna
I just
agree to
think,
disagree
man,
on
I
that.
just
He's
think-
gonna- he's
I
gonna
just-
agree to disagree
I
on
just
that.
think Mike got this. He got this narrative about KD.
No,
like,
no, it's
KD a chump. KD.
No, it's
and
that,
the young old,
it's
old
that-
narrative.
it's that generation. Like
Yeah,
after
that
Kobe,
generational thing.
After
Yeah.
Kobe, that generation, like I'm ready for this generation to be out of here. So like these dudes, Gilchrist, all these dudes. You got Anthony Edwards, and then you got some other. I hope that, like I said, if they stay with their franchise and they develop their franchise, I think that's going to be a better brand of basketball. Because that last generation was moving around every other year.
I would like
all
to
that
see
stuff.
it, but I think I think they might have ushered in like that's just how it might be from now on. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It might not even go back to where you might have a Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant, guys
Yeah.
stay
I
with the
get
team.
it though, because
his
if
whole
they
career.
stick with their franchises, then you get them rivalries again. You get that Lakers, Celtics. You
Exactly.
you get that ongoing, I guess, rivalry.
Mhm.
I guess with them switching teams, you kind of get a different team winning. I guess every
That's all it is. It's like a
You can get a
AAU
better
team, you know what I
parity.
mean?
Yeah,
It's like
you
you
can-
building that
You can get better parents.
you get the rivalries and you get that development. You get to watch like Magic Johnson go from Tragic Johnson to like what he was. And you get like Isaiah struggle all for a few years in Detroit, and then you get to see that. Like, so as a fan, you get that development and you get the best out of those athletes, even if it's only for like 13
And
to 15
you like to
years.
see them win at the end. You don't get that chip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But you know the NBA is selling the sport per the superstar now.
Right.
So now the narratives ain't necessarily
It's not the
team
teams,
rivalry, it's
the-
player
it's
rivalry.
the individual.
So
Okay.
they
So it don't matter where you
selling
get
on
to.
that now.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
selling
real.
it. Okay.
So no matter where they go at,
Yeah.
They can still
with
push
LeBron,
that.
No matter
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
LeBron
they
go
push
at,
it.
they're always gonna have a rival.
Right.
That's true. But I'm thinking like, man, when like Detroit versus LA back in the day, I mean, that
Yeah.
was heated.
It was he.
That was heated. And
was.
then when you had you just had a lot of Boston and LA,
Boston and
Philadelphia.
Detroit, Philly and
when
yeah,
you had
Philly and
Philadelphia,
Boston.
them
Yeah.
games was,
Mhm.
man.
I think that might be wishful thinking. I think them old
Yeah.
rivalry
When you
days
had
that might be
dudes
thinking of the past.
clotheslining other
Yeah.
dudes, man.
Yeah.
Who Kurt Rambis got clothesline, didn't he?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Let me ask you this: do the younger audience have an appreciation for that, or the younger audience more engaged in the superstardom
Yeah.
and stuff like that? See,
they
because
can't-
our generation is
We
actually,
experienced that.
No, you're right.
you know,
we
Right.
experienced that, and like this younger generation wouldn't know nothing about that unless they library books or some shit like that.
Right,
so
yeah.
so the NBA right now, and the NBA trying to butter their bread off us, or a young
Oh yeah, they ain't already left fans
demographic.
like us. Yeah, they don't give about
yeah.
fans
So
like
gonna
us.
they're gonna do it,
Right.
you know.
It's about them.
It's about marketing and branding
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Us anyway. It's
Yeah.
Right.
more of an international market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tom said
And more of an
KD
entertainment.
is done. Booker is a diva.
Mm.
Now ain't now they won't win nothing. And they always talking that light skin out the barge-ish.
Yo, that's some funny shit.
Yeah.
What you think about Book though? What you think about?
Yeah.
I like Devin Booker. I
Right.
like Devin Booker. I just
I
think
think-
we too quick to heat.
I think time, yo, that's some good
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
right
it is
there.
though. I think they heat we too quick to heap stuff on players when they show us signs and flashes of superstardom. But I like
There it
Devin
is.
Booker's game.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, Devin
You
Booker
so-
somebody that been with their team the whole
Yeah.
You so quick
Well,
to crown him
Yeah,
when
you
he
wanna
does
crown-
something.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And then when he
Wow.
come back to earth, so to speak, you want
Yeah,
dog him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They heat
Is Devin Booker though? Is he like is he a franchise ball player? I don't think Devin Booker is too much different from Anthony Beal. I mean
Yeah.
Bradley
Beal.
Beal. Bradley Beal.
Wow.
I don't think he's too much better than Bradley Beal.
I disagree with
I think he better than Brad.
I think
Just for the simple fact that he's available and Bradley not.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Devin
saying?
Booker can be a star player. Like you can put people around Devin Booker to make him the star player. He
But
is
can you
capable
win?
of
But
that.
can you
I
win
think
with him being
He
a
can
one?
win.
I think so.
I don't.
I
Now,
do.
that's the, I
I
like
do.
him. I don't
I
think you
do.
can win with him being a
I
one.
think what's hurting Devin Booker's game now because KD is there.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Is him staying in Phoenix his whole career?
I'ma
Is it
tell you
hurting
what-
him or is it, to his advantage?
They don't have the right person around. I'm gonna tell you what's best for Devin Booker. A point guard, a pure point guard like Chris Paul.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like Phoenix was better when they had Chris Paul and
And
DeAndre
Devin,
Ayton
yeah,
than they are
Now.
now with
Yeah.
KD,
Star
Bradley
power.
Beal.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I agree.
They don't have a point guard. So people were saying like, all right, so Phoenix, if you got Bradley Beal, Booker, and you got Kevin Durant, we don't need no point guard because everybody can get their own shot. That's not true.
That's
That's
not
not
true.
true.
That's not true. If,
not
if
true
you,
at all.
you know what I mean? So if they was able to have Chris Paul there, Chris Paul ain't do nothing in Golden State this year. What are you like 63, 64?
Yeah, about that.
So you know what I mean?
What's up with you? niggas?
They ain't do
About
nothing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
He'd have been better off. He'd have been more effective though in Phoenix because though they needed.
He was there.
Yeah, they went to they went to the championship, lost to the Bucks.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
yep.
With DeAndre Ayton
They was on the
and
verge.
Booker.
It
Yes.
was up 2-0.
So
And who was
They
the
was
star
up
on that
2-0.
team? Booker. Chris
But-
Paul ran the
right.
offense,
you're
but
right.
Booker.
I can agree with
And
that.
they was in the final.
He need a pure point guard
Yep.
too, though,
Yep.
to
To
get him
get him the
Yep.
ball in his spot.
in
And
his
it's-
spot.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Now, everybody can handle the ball and shoot,
Yep.
but you know what I'm saying? Are you getting it to your spot?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So-
saying?
So
I like
KD
that.
and Bill want the right pieces to put around
Not at
him.
all.
Because a lot of times, like when you got superstars playing with each other, and and you don't have a pure point guard with them, everybody just taking it. They just taking turn shooting.
Yeah. But I think you take Bradley out of it, have a pure point guard. I think him and KD can They can coexist.
Yeah,
they can coexist.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need that point guard
Right.
there though, right? Because
Right.
KD is so efficient. He don't need a lot of shots.
Right.
He's not ball down.
Exactly.
He can get
Exactly.
you 30 on 10,
Right.
15 shots.
That's
you know?
right.
So I agree with that.
You
I
know,
agree
if you
with that.
look at Booker game, Booker, he don't have to dribble a whole lot to get to his spot because he mostly a mid-range shooter anyway. He can move without the ball, and
Yep.
but he'll take one or two dribbles.
And
He'll
he's
get to his
going up
spots
for
and
a
he's
shot.
going up.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
Booker is clutch. Don't sleep on it. He's
Yeah.
clutch.
But Booker needs a point guard.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He need a
He does.
point guard.
That just don't fit. When they did it, I'm like, well, how the rest of the roster gonna fill out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because
yeah,
you know they
yeah.
paying all them guys. I'm like, how the rest of the roster gonna fill out?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Good.
oh, all right. Let's before we get out of here though, let's talk about the Clippers and the Mavericks. What y'all think of that series?
Man.
Dallas coming back.
Dallas up 2-1.
Yeah, Dallas
Dallas
came
up
back.
2-1.
They took that
Yeah.
blowout loss.
If Kawhi don't play,
They
man,
bounced
I think Dallas will win that
But
series.
I thought they had a better game, and I love Kawhi, man. I hate seeing this film,
Yeah.
but they blew Dallas out with Kawhi on the bench.
Yeah.
So it's like the only thing with the Clippers you can't count on consistency in the playoffs with Westbrook and Harden. You
Yeah.
can't count
I
on
was gonna
that.
say Paul George too. Paul George had 7 points.
Yeah,
the
but
other day. I
but
mean,
but it's what's taking him because I think because he had that nickname playoff D, and I thought Paul
no,
George, but he
gave-
was
no,
in
he gave
Indiana.
himself that.
But when he
I
was
mean,
with
he
Indiana,
gave himself that.
But when he was-
nobody was calling
I
that for
understand
himself.
that. But he was definitely when he was in Indiana, he turned it on in the playoffs. To me, with him and Kawhi, like what was it, a couple years ago with in the bubble against Luka, Paul George was showing up. I think the presence of Harden is taken away from Paul George. He's such a ball stopper, man. So yeah, I don't. You can't count on them two, and I think because of that. But one thing you can count on is Kyrie and Luka gonna fill it up. They're gonna fill it up.
But see, that's why I
Westbrook be
thought.
doing his thing too.
I like Westbrook energy.
Right.
He do.
I like
Right.
No. He's
Right.
yo, Westbrook. I was
Yeah.
trying.
Right.
He do, but it's still inconsistent.
They got to be controlled.
Yeah.
It got to be controlled chaos,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It got to be. You got to keep them
Yeah.
within the confines of the team. You know what I'm saying? Goals, right? But I always like Westbrook, man. Because he gonna play hard. He gonna get some rebounds. He gonna fill up the stat sheet all the way around, and he don't have to have a good shooting night to affect the game.
That's most nights with him.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can't shoot.
Right. He
I
don't
don't
have
like
to.
his
He don't
shot
have
at
to
all.
score a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To affect the game. So that's what I like about him. But I had them winning with a healthy Kawhi. I had them beating Dallas because they could switch on damn near everything. You know what I mean? They could switch on damn near everything.
Kawhi looked terrible that
he
game he
looked
played.
good
He
at all.
looked terrible that game he played.
So he did play once this year.
Yeah, the second game when Dallas won, they blew Dallas out game one. No
Dallas
Kawhi.
won the second one.
He come back
Okay,
in.
I
Dallas.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be at work when the games be doing.
Yeah.
So I'll be missing, man.
We didn't touch on the Milwaukee Indiana series, man. And so you said
Game in the walking boot.
Damon's in the walking boot.
Yeah, now, I don't know, his status of the game today, but they say he got a strained Achilles.
Is Giannis
it's-
gonna play?
That's what I'm about to say. There's no word on Giannis
No,
that I've
Giannis
heard.
is out.
He's still
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Giannis is out. Chris Livingston is out. Chris Middleton is out, and Dame Lillard is out.
I think Milwaukee gonna get eliminated anyway because I think they're gonna shake that franchise up a little bit.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think Dame.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna trade Dame.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gotta shake it up.
Yeah, they see that wasn't a good fit.
What y'all think that if they had a point guard, that would have been? Dame don't seem like he can even play with a point guard though.
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
used
don't
to
think
jacking
it's
up shots.
exactly. That's the thing with
He
Dame.
undisciplined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he need a lot of these people.
But he was in Portland all that time, and he was
Yeah.
the guy.
You can
So
do
that's
that.
all he used to was jacking up shots because that's what they needed him to do out there. So that's kind of like in his blood at this point.
So
That's not
the
a good-
real steady enforce on that Portland team was CJ McCollum. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
CJ kept the other dudes on the team happy and kept them involved in that offense over there, and then Dame just jacked up a whole
You
bunch.
know
He
what?
took over when they needed him
CJ
to.
was more so the point guard than Dame was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
CJ was more so the point guard.
Yeah. So I look for Indiana to get past it. What y'all think about the boy Halliburton?
Love him.
Yeah, you like him?
Love
Yeah,
him.
big guard too.
Yeah, man, he can shoot it. I think he might lead the league in assists this year.
Mhm.
Man, yeah, I like him, man.
Yeah, I like
him a lot.
Halliburton, too.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
him a lot.
tough guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, man. With that being said, Mike, put Clayton Runner up there, Jack. We put the runner up there. I can't see it, but yeah. So, yeah. With that being said, man, y'all make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna take a few minute break, and then we're gonna come back with another. We're gonna do another episode today. Clayton, go ahead and plug your book.
Yeah, go to Amazon.com. It's Trauma, My Love Letter to the World. I think it's a picture too. Is it a picture?
Yeah,
up there?
it's a picture in there.
Yeah, the book cover. Yeah, you can just go to Amazon, pick that up. It's a great read. See yourself in the pages. It just it highlights how, a lot of these traumas we're inflicting on each other actually can serve as a blessing, and they're pushing us towards something greater.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, just give us a few minutes and we'll be back on with another. We're gonna do another live, so we'll be back in a few minutes. With that being said, peace. We out of here, Jack.